Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez got into it, interestingly, with Mr. Bobulinski, who's saying, like, basically this was racketeering stuff. Hey, that's what they were trying to get Trump on in Georgia, right? The RICO stuff coming back to haunt us. Here's AOC. It's funny. You got to watch.
Mr. Bobulinski, I heard your opening statement. It's submitted to the record, part of our proceedings. I have a quick question. Simple. Is it your testimony today that you personally witnessed President Joe Biden commit a crime?
I believe the fact that he was sitting with me while I was putting together a business deal.
Did you witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go through it?
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO and conspiracy.
What is it? What is the crime, sir? Specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption statutes.
Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the crime?
It's a category of crimes that you're then charged
You
under
have charges.
A long 100
You
list
have
of
charges. Sir, please
want me to name the exact statute under RICO?
Yes.
Well, it's funny. In this committee room, everyone's not here. There's over 18
All right, sir, I reclaim my
lawyers
time.
that went to law school.
I reclaim my time.
You guys
hey,
to
thank
define
you,
the
sir. I
statute
reclaim my
under
time.
RICO.
Clearly, what we are seeing here today
Unbelievable.
is a continuation of the 15-month saga of the Republican majority lost in the desert. Impeachment 101. The majority party, or whomever is raising impeachment, must accuse the president of a high crime, a specific high crime or misdemeanor. I would like to submit to the record HRES 918, the House resolution to open this impeachment inquiry.
Without objection to order.
This resolution does not outline a high crime or misdemeanor. It's not here. Now, when we compare the chairman's opening from his previous opening, he's talking about Ukraine and Burisma and all of this. This entire inquiry is based on a blockbuster piece of information that was in a classified SCIF room. And inside that room was a document alleging President Biden directly of a $10 million bribery scheme, a $10 million bribery scheme, extremely serious. What happened? What happened a month ago, Mr. Chairman? That document, the FBI arrested the person who offered those allegations for falsifying his testimony to the FBI. This entire impeachment inquiry is based on an actual, provable individual who has lied. Now, responsible leadership would withdraw an inquiry based on that. Withdraw it. Instead, what we are seeing is that this committee was warned about the falsehoods of these allegations long before that, warned by Trump's Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and yet they proceeded anyway. The chairman proceeded anyway. This committee was warned by Rudy Giuliani associate right here, Lev Parnas, after that document about the falsehoods of this. Then held hearings where your own expert witnesses said that there was no grounds for impeachment, and you proceeded anyway. And finally, as if none of this was enough, the FBI arrested the individual who was the source of the entire, to quote the chairman, heart of the matter, to launch this impeachment inquiry, and proceeded anyway. At this point, the story is not the fact that the basis of this impeachment inquiry
so she's going to go on and on and on. Clearly, she does not want him to speak.
Why it's proceeding anyway. Why is this committee proceeding based on false charges? And by the way, no charges. I have yet to hear in the chairman's opening the allegation that they are specifically charging the president of the United States with.
That's why it's an inquiry.
Biden's family. I'm hearing about this and that. I am not hearing the specific allegation.
Okay.
By this committee.
I don't want
What?
to torture you all. You get the picture, right? This woman is something else. And so she goes on and on and on and on and on. She won't let Tony Bobulinski speak at all. Right? As soon as he tries to list the charges, as soon as he said, well, basically he's in violation of the Racketeering, Influencer, and Corruption Organization Act, boom, he's out. He's gone. She won't have it. And then she just goes off. Now, I just want to point out that to her point on the whole, well, this is all based off of some form with a person that's no longer trusted as a source, et cetera, et cetera. Can I just say, what do you think the darn dossier was? The dirty dossier that wound us up in the Robert Mueller thing and the whole 9 yards? I mean, I'm sorry, but that was a lot of wasted energy because it was opposition research. In this particular case, we don't know about the source. He apparently was a terrific source. Yeah, he was great up until he crossed Biden. But he had worked for the Obama administration. And all of a sudden, he came forward with information saying that he knew about a conversation between the CEO of Burisma over in Ukraine and allegedly Joe Biden. And as soon as he said that, he filed it with the FBI. They never pursued it. No, we don't know why they didn't pursue it. They never went after him. No issue there until this all became a thing. And then as soon as Comer found out about that particular forum, as soon as Republicans went digging, well, what do you know? That guy's SOL, and he winds up in prison. And not only does he wind up in prison, they won't even give him bail. They're like, you can't come out. Alarming. I mean, apparently he'd been just absolutely fine for years and years and years until he dared to cross the Biden administration. I mean, why not bring him out and ask him some questions? Well, they're not going to let him out of the jail cell, for goodness sakes, because that's how they roll, apparently. Watch out. And you wonder why Trump keeps climbing ahead.